Hi everyone. Today is Sunday and it is, I've been on the program for almost 4 weeks. Tomorrow will be my 4 weeks, so I'll be doing an update video of my measurements and my weight and how this last week went. But today's video, I wanted to talk about some recipes that I've made. I know that I've posted a few recipe videos on the channel, but I wanted to talk to you about some of my favorite recipes, things I would do different with them, and where I found them. All of these recipes I have found on Pinterest. I've done a search for OPTAvia, uh, five, five and one, snack hacks, things like that. Excuse me. So the first recipe I'm going to show you a picture of is the chicken enchilada roll-up recipe. I'm reading off my cards here of what the recipes are. I've also researched lean and green, and that's the other way I found them on Pinterest. So this first one is called the chicken enchilada roll-ups. I'll show you my card, and then I will show you the picture. So it's the chicken enchilada roll-ups, and I was fortunate enough to find butterfly chicken breast at my grocery store, and what I would do different with this recipe, only one thing, and I would pound the chicken even thinner than it was. It was purely butterflied, nothing else. It only rolled over a smidge of a bit. I would like it to roll over more, and then I'm going to show you a picture of it cut on my plate so you can see the inside. It was delicious. If I forgot to pound it down next time and I just did it exactly like this, I would love it nonetheless. On a side note, I've been talking to my mom about all my recipes that I'm making, and I asked her if she'd be interested in trying this, and she said sure. So I had 5 chicken breasts in my package. I made all 5. I made the ingredients fit, and because the recipe is 4. And she tried it. She did not try the riced cauliflower. I wish she would have, but she didn't. And she loved it. She said, when you make it again, I'll take another one. I said, okay. The next recipe I'm going to show you is the buffalo chicken stuffed peppers. And this recipe, I've been craving buffalo wings, and I did not think we could have these on our plan. After I bought the ingredients, I found out we can have these on the plan as long as they're naked, which means not fried and without the skins on them. But anyway, I made this with canned chicken. I did a full video on it, and this is fantastic. My son also loved it. He didn't know what all went into it. I just told him it was chicken and cheese. He loved it. So that's fantastic news. The next recipe I have is the buffalo grilled shrimp, and it is paired with the ranch broccoli slaw. Grilled buffalo shrimp. The mistake I made was I did not grill the shrimp. I just sauteed it in a pan until it was done, and then I mixed it with the sauces, the light butter, and the Frank's hot sauce. As you can see, it has 3 whole ingredients. It took maybe 5 minutes to make. So I highly recommend this one. Grill it for more flavor. And then I paired it with a ranch broccoli slaw. It was fantastic. I do like a few coleslaws. My favorite is KFC's, which I'm sure has all the fat in it. But this I made with the broccoli slaw, which I just found in my produce section. Thank gosh. It only takes half a cup. And you see on the picture, everything that's on that plate is for one person. That is 7 ounces of cooked shrimp. Oh, it's so good. I love it. Next we have up the low carb lobster roll. I'm sure you're looking at that saying, that doesn't look like lobster, because it's not. It's shrimp. Again, I had shrimp on hand, and that's what I used. I wasn't going to buy something for one recipe. I like to buy a bunch of different things. So when I'm making my grocery list, I look at my recipes that I want to have for that week, and everything kind of has to fit together. So if something calls for half of a can of diced tomatoes, I need to find another recipe that's going to call for diced tomatoes. Because it's just me eating these, and I don't want anything to go to waste. That stuff will last about a week in your fridge after it's been opened, and again, I didn't want it to go to waste. So back to the lobster roll or the shrimp roll. It also called to have it on a bed of romaine, a heart of romaine lettuce. So to make it like it's bread, or using it in substitute of bread. Well, I didn't like that idea, but I had an extra bell pepper left over, so I sliced my bell pepper into chips and I scooped it up with that. The taste in this is phenomenal. It's so good. It's cold. It's a cold dish. And as summer warms up, this is going to be a great thing to have on hand, to have a nice cold salad, basically. So the next thing that I have is the personal portobello mushroom pieces. I did a video on how to make these. These are super duper fast and easy. 2 portobello mushrooms is your meal, and it's fantastic. When everybody else in your family gets to have pizza from wherever, you get to have these, and they are definitely great. Portobello mushrooms do not taste mushroomy. The hardest part of this entire recipe was not burning my fingers to turn the portobello mushrooms over. They are fragile, so you do need to be careful. If I had used tongs, I would have squeezed too hard. So you do need to burn your fingers. Okay, so the last recipe that I have a picture of is the Cajun style shrimp skillet. And this was super easy also. Again, if you haven't noticed a theme, my recipes are going to be super easy. They're also going to be quick. This one by far has the most ingredients. It has shrimp, olive oil, minced garlic, light butter, Cajun seasoning, assorted bell peppers, diced tomatoes, and 2 cups of cauliflower. So the other thing is all my recipes have just a few ingredients, 3 ingredients, 4 or 5 ingredients, 3 ingredients. But so this one has the most ingredients, but it was fantastic. Again, super easy. This was 2 servings. The only recipe that I made that I felt like wasn't filling enough, that I definitely had to pair it with something, was the very first thing I made, and that's the cheesy chicken cauliflower skillet. I don't have a picture of it. It called for 8 ounces of cheese. This recipe yields 4 servings, and they were really small servings. So I ended up eating 3 celery stalks with it, and then between my last fueling of the night and this, I ended up having a couple of pickles also, or 2 pickle spears, because I just didn't get fulfilled by it. So I'm going to look at a good, maybe I'll have the broccoli slaw with it or something. Something else I don't have a picture of is my taco salad that I make. This is actually a snack hack that I found on Pinterest, and it calls for a puffed ranch snack. I don't have that. I didn't get it in my first box. I don't believe I ordered it in my second box either. So basically it's like a crouton on your salad. And the other thing I did not use in this was the cheese. If cheese isn't melted, I don't like it. So I didn't put the cheese in it, so that was my healthy fat that I did not have with this. This is a very quick, cold salad option to have if you are pretty much on the go or need to take it with you, or if everybody else is having tacos, have this. This is fantastic. And then the last thing that I have that I don't have a picture of, I took pictures of all these, I just don't know where they went to. It is the Philly cheesesteak stuffed bell peppers. This was the very second recipe I ever made, and it is wonderful. I just bought deli meat, 1 pound of roast beef, provolone cheese, It calls for onions. I don't like raw onions, so I didn't get them. It calls for mushrooms and beef broth, and it was super duper easy. The only thing I would have done different with this is cooked my bell peppers ahead of time to make them soft. I learned about that in the other bell pepper recipe, the buffalo chicken bell peppers. So that's it. I'm going to show you pictures here. I'm not sure if I'm doing them before the video or after the video, but you're going to see the pictures. And I hope you guys enjoy it and enjoy these recipes. I highly recommend them. Again, for me, it has to be easy. It has to be quick. And I have to be able to use the same ingredients and other recipes that same week. I just think that's smart for me since I'm only cooking for myself since my son doesn't eat most of this. That's it. You guys have a great day, and I'll check in with you guys tomorrow morning after my walk and after my measurements and my weigh-in. I'll be reporting on all of that tomorrow. Oh, also, I'm starting a new challenge tomorrow with a group of people who are on this program and a few that aren't. And it's called the 30, 60, or 100-day challenge. Not 30. It's 30 miles, 60 miles, or 100 miles challenge in 30 days. And I was going to do 30. I signed up for 30 miles. And then a friend of mine who doesn't live close to here. She's my best friend since before 6th grade. She signed up for 60, and I was like, oh, well, I can do 60. So the last 2 days, I have been practicing my 2-mile route. I did one yesterday that took me all the way around my neighborhood and up and down more streets. And then today, with my son being, he was not feeling well this morning, I didn't want to get too far from home. So I just kept doing a figure 8 around my streets. Not like a literal figure 8, but I have 3 streets that are parallel and they all connect. And so I was doing a figure 8 around all of them, and I went around 3 times, and that it went a little over 2 miles, 2.07 miles. So that works out great too. So there was one other thing I was going to mention about that. I cannot remember what it is. I don't know. But that's my new challenge. And if for some reason I foresee that I won't be able to work out one day, I'm going to go more miles in that day, and or maybe 3 miles for a couple of days. That way I can get all 60 miles in, and I'll be reporting at the end of the month, at the end of June, so on July 1st, how that challenge went. Wish me luck. All right, thanks you guys. Bye.